Hi there, everybody. This is Mark Bromley, the editors of the Yoranthium book series and the author. Today I have for you a image that I was creating for some of my trading card game cards for the Yoranthium book series. Yes, I've been working on a trading card game for the Yoranthium book series. I tried to raise funding for it, but all I got was attacked by people from Board Game Geek, a bunch of dishonest individuals that just wanted to lie and hurt people because they were upset that I didn't release the rule book for what the Uranthium game is. The rule book is rather simple, it's rather straightforward, but there is some mechanics to it. That means that I can't just simply release the rules without actually having a published game that is actually copyright protected from theft by other companies because it does have intellectual properties that are advanced for game design, and they are not common what you'd find on a Kickstarter campaign. They're actually quite elaborate and unique. So the whole thing about the Kickstarter thing was I was trying to create a fan base group that wanted to help promote me creating the artwork and the information that goes into the cards, because each card that I actually was designing is basically a pretty good sized card because there's a lot of information that goes on each card. It's like playing individual characters because eventually it's going to turn into a miniature game and you're going to have miniatures along with these cards that are used to represent your miniatures, and you're going to actually have to use these things back and forth because the game can either just be a simple card game to an actual tabletop war game to an adventure game to it's very dynamic. It's more dynamic than, let's say, what Dungeons and Dragons used to be. And now that Hasbro has Dungeons and Dragons, you guys are going to wish that you guys had my Uranthium trading card game. So I'm going to show you this angel image here that I created. This is actually just for an alignment because, yeah, the cards have alignments. And so I created an illuminated angel, and that's what this picture actually is. This is the illuminated angel, and this one says that it's actually a spiritual being of heaven, and basically that's what it is. And it has unique traits and purposes of its own because of its designation within the game and its alignment. A lot of your more mortal characters cannot be this alignment because they are not angelic. And this is an angelic card that I was working on. And basically, there's a couple of others. I'll show the other ones because if you got good, you got evil. You know that. Pretty simple. I did actually create quite an interesting placemat for how the cards work out, how the units all work together, how they actually form units, and how they actually connect to each other. I actually went into quite a few depths on that. But if you guys are actually interested and you want to help fund the trading card game and you're more serious than the people at Board Game Geek, yeah, you know the people I'm talking about, those haters that I ran into. Uh, Apparently, some of those people were cyberbullying me, and a couple of them actually came from my local community and may have actually been in connection to the city and the city council of the city of Northglenn. Just some terrible, awful, awful people. Well, anyways, if you want to help me out to create the trading card game for real, and you're not going to demand that I give you the rule book, you just want me to create some cards, probably shoot some artwork your way, some special cards just for your own deck when the game does release, or if it ever does release, because it's rather complicated. I've been building that for decades, ever since I started playing role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons. I've been creating this game forever, and it's taken on a lot of different turns. It has elements of Catan, it has elements of Traveler, it has elements of the Star Wars role-playing game. It has things like Robotech in it, ElfQuest. It has a lot of concepts from like even Warhammer 40K in it and stuff like that. And it's a whole series of games, things that I've actually played over at the conventions that I've seen, and a lot of those aspects did filter into this game of Uranthium, and it became a really elaborate game. It actually has a straight up simple rule book if you just play the cards, but the rules get a little bit more complicated and start to fill up a book if you want to go for the more advanced play. elements within the Yoranthium Trading Card Game. It would take a few years to actually fully develop this card game uh, from where it's at, but if you're really actually interested and you're actually serious about it, instead of trying to take advantage of me, trying to exploit me, or trying to rip me off, because I'm not going to put up with any of that. It takes hard work to make this stuff, and if you're not willing to pay the artist uh, to actually produce something, to make a living off of what they're producing, well, guess what? You're not going to get anything. Be an American. Help me out. Send some money my way so I can actually make a living off of this if I'm going to produce this stuff. And then you'll get the game. You'll get all this stuff. You'll get all this good stuff. But you know what I ran into over at the Board Game Geek place? Exploiters. All these people just wanted to exploit me. They didn't want to help me. They wanted the rule book. They just wanted to say, you give us the rule book or we'll hate you and we'll write mean things about you at Board Game Geek. That's all I said. Go to hell. I'm not giving you the rule book. That's all there is to it. You want the rule book, then you need to pay me. You have to give me money. You have to actually basically take care of my life at creating this kind of artwork so I can actually move forward with this and actually truly make a game because I'm actually making a living off of it. Yeah, that's how it works. I'm not going to give you no rules until I have it actually copyrighted and protected from theft, from thieves and crooks and exploiters and terrible and awful people at Board Game Geek. Yeah, I don't care about those guys at Board Game Geek. If they don't care about my life or my welfare or the well-being of my family and stuff like that, of course I don't give a damn about them. They can go to hell for all I care. They're a bunch of exploiters, con artists, and rip-off artists. That's what Board Game Geek is. As a matter of fact, they should actually get rid of that whole entire website. Just kick it off the internet. Just defund the whole entire thing because they're just crooks and criminals and thieves. Screw them. That's my opinion about that. And people shouldn't get cyberbullied. They shouldn't have Facebook haters. They shouldn't have this army of board game geeks attacking them on Goodreads just because they didn't get the game rules for free. Uh, and they shouldn't be over on Barnes and Nobles also trying to attack me for the same goddamn reason. I mean, they didn't even read my book. They didn't even bother. They didn't even care about it. They just wanted to bash people. They wanted to hate people because they weren't getting paid for it, because they were exploiters. Yeah, it's my creation. It's my creative ideas. I'm the one that's supposed to be getting paid for it, not you guys. You guys didn't create it. You just wanted to freeload, mooch, and exploit me. That's all you guys wanted to do. So screw you at Board Game Geek. I have a trading card game. Anybody wants to help me, you're welcome to. You can go to my website. You can see it on there. It's listed. You can send me emails, and we can work together and actually make a more positive future for the Uranthium Trading Card Game. If you guys want to work on it, if you want to work on it, then you just simply have to give me an incentive to actually want to actually go forward with it. Don't sit there and try to be just crushing and trying to say, well, we're going to hate you and we're going to hate your book and we're going to hate everything unless you give us your rule book for free so we can actually steal your game from you. I don't give a damn about your Games Workshop. I don't give a damn about your Board Game Geek. I don't care how desperate you motherfuckers are. I really don't care. If you don't care about me, I don't care about you. That's all there is to it. So yeah, this is the angel. This is just an alignment from one of the cards I was designing. It's a very nice piece. It's illuminated, and I think I did pretty good rendering on that. It's actually supposed to be just a small image, probably less than 1 inch size on the actual card itself, but that's what it is, and it's a pretty high resolution image. It can be a higher resolution image, but I'm only doing this in 720p, and so it's not going to be as high as the resolution as you think it should get. But it's pretty nice, and you can see that. And there's my whole history about what this actually is, that the trading card game is actually real, and it's currently in a design phase. And if anybody's interested in helping me promote that and actually really truly get in and actually design it and put it together, hey, let me know. It takes just a little bit of funding. You can get my Yoranthium book. That's a good way to start. It's only 10 bucks. I mean, if you're driving down the highway and you see a homeless person, you give them 20 bucks. Hey, maybe you can just go online to Amazon, uh, Barnes and Noble, Google Play, preferably Google Play, because I know I'm going to get paid through Google Play. Uh, Go there and just spend $10, get my book. You know, I don't get $10. I actually only get the royalty fees because they keep a service fee for the whole entire thing. So yeah, just go do that because you know it's not a lot. It's not a whole bunch. You might stop by a homeless person and give them more money than me. So why not just do that for my book, huh? If you want to see things go forward. That's how you help out an artist and a creator of a board game, of a trading card game. That's how you do it. I'm not going to release anything with this trading card game until I have a few books out, because some of the stuff you'll have to actually understand the books to actually understand the trading card game. So that's just the way it actually works. So yeah, there's a hierarchy of importance for how this is being produced, and and there you go. I don't use Kickstarter anymore. I got too much racism, discrimination, and hatred from that organization of hypocrites. You could say that they were a bunch of wokevists, and I strongly encourage nobody to use Kickstarter ever, because the harassment I got from them on every single project, even most of my projects didn't actually really fund, but because somebody gave me $10 on one project, they want to say it funded, and I have to create something new every single 15 days. I have to have a whole brand new product line every 15 days. That's insane. That's insane. I don't work for them. They're not paying me any money. I mean, $10 doesn't count as a paycheck. It just doesn't. So, you know, stop using Kickstarter. Reject Kickstarter. Go Indiegogo. Indiegogo doesn't complain about any of it. Besides, Kickstarter is so broken, they're stealing most of their ideas from Indiegogo now. Most of what they're implementing comes from Indiegogo. So go to Indiegogo, go to GoFundMe, stay away from Kickstarter. Kickstarter is total bullshit. Thank you very much. You have a great day. And if you want to help me out, create my trading card game, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.